road. It's an interconference.
Okay, we're gonna draw one more winner for the NBA 30-day league pass. Of course, this league pass is courtesy of Globe. Thank you so much, Globe. There you go. Okay, so our winner for another 30-day NBA League Pass.
NBA matchup. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony. And as we got...
Well, guys, when I asked...
Thank you, David.
Guys, I've spent a lot of time covering the Knicks, and I think the passion of this fan base is not to be underestimated. Even through some lean years, the arena stays packed. They're thirsting for a winner.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. A high-flying pair of Levine and Wiggins are the 2 and the 3. Cole Aldrich is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's done in at the point guard position. Rose against Levine, out to Porzingis. Anthony right side. Anthony drawing the double team and finished off by Noah.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
New York on D. Done with it, pass to Aldrich. He can't get that one to fall. Wiggins against Anthony. He feeds it to Noah. 6 feet out. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Noah's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
Do your work early, deny him the ball in that spot. If he's able to get his hands on it down there, it's too late.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Towns.
You can never discount the range and the wingspan that Melo brings. He can bother a lot of shots.
Rose passes to Carmelo. Out to Porzingis from the arc. No good that time. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Here's Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Rose dishes the lead. Outside Anthony. He kicks it to Noah. Six feet out. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss. The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And GA, after being such a fixture in the city of Chicago and for so long, Joakim Noah signing with his hometown team, the Knicks, in the last offseason, a bit of a bittersweet end of his time with the Chicago Bulls. A lot of moving parts in his time with Chicago.
Yeah, and, you know, his playing time had dwindled, and it was just, I think, in everyone's best interest for him to move on. It's a great fit in New York, both with the team and the pulse of the city. Clearly was still valued highly around the league as it took a sizable contract to put him in that Knick uniform.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. Off the inbound pass, and the dunk by Towns.
Well, leaving no doubt on that one, the explosiveness of Cat.
Knicks trail by 4. Outside Rose, Noah with a screen on Levine. Rose gets the bucket.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Oh, he will take that shot over and over if they give it to him. That's a defensive error they can't afford to repeat.
And stolen by Dunn. Towns down low, working on Noah. And the dunk by Towns.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end. I think one thing we can say for certain, guys, is the Timberwolves have had one of the best rebuilds in recent memory, and obviously it helps getting the top overall pick with Towns. But beyond that, they've made a lot of shrewd decisions.
The Knicks making a switch here. Thomas is checked in. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
A second chance effort. That's in there. Thomas with the assist.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And he had the size advantage, too. Everything working in his favor in that situation.
And you can't award Minnesota anything until they show how far they can go with this core. The doors, the turnaround for this franchise from where they were 5 years ago is huge.
Well, I think, Kevin, it started with the Kevin Love trade, which many media members criticized. They get Wiggins from that deal, and it's worked out perfectly for them. Now it's just a matter of continuing to add the right pieces.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Great anticipation, just a little late getting his hand in there.
It's tipped, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Ricky Rubio checked in for Minnesota. And Zhang kicks to Rubio. Back to Zhang. And the shot goes in. Zhang's got his first points of the game.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And there's the pass to Kuzminskis. Now, here's O'Quinn. Zhang defending. Rebound, Minnesota.
Just getting a hand in the face makes all the difference. That was the case there.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Muhammad, the pass to Dang. The dish to Casper. Back to Zhang. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. That'll be a 5-second call. Randall against Rubio. In the corner, O'Quinn with it. 4 seconds left. And the rejection by Zhang.
All of us.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
It's been a point of emphasis, no doubt, to make sure they attack the rim offensively.
You know, and until the defense closes off that lane to try and stop that, no reason to change strategies.
The two stars, Melo and Porzingis down low. Derrick Rose is out there with Lee, and it's Thomas in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Here's Caspi. Count that one. Caspi's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Well, Doris, of course, we all know you've had a chance to meet and interview so many coaches and players throughout the NBA. What are some of the best things about them?
Yeah, I think maybe the most surprising thing about interviewing NBA players in particular is they are very much like you and I. There are periods of great confidence, but if they start to struggle, just like you and I, their confidence can come and go, and they need positive reinforcement. I think the thing I've learned is most often NBA players, aside from the great and sort of distinguishing skill, they are people first and foremost.
And it's Rubio penetrating to the paint. Zhang. Pass to Bielitsa. It's stolen by Anthony. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Porzingis inside. Zhang defending.
You got to credit Zhang's defense. That miss didn't just happen by accident.
Rubio dishes to Kessler.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge, or at least contest the shot.
That evens the score.
There's no question he's one of the more gifted offensive players in this league. More evidence of that right here.
And it's Rubio penetrating, and the foul called on Porzingis. That's foul number 2 for him.
Big call there. That's his second foul with a lot of time left in the half. He may be taking a seat.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. And finished off by Zhang.
Wow, big time size, speed, power combination from Gorgie Zhang. Wow.
Timeout.
We see a lot of teams have gone through logo or jersey transitions, but the Knicks have had that classic blue and orange for a long time. One of the most iconic logos, not only in the NBA, but in all of sports.
Keep it going. One more time. Let me hear it for your Knicks City Dancers.
It's Anthony with the drive. Here's Porzingis. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. 7 points for Porzingis.
How about the concentration on that assist? Changed his mind mid-shot and put the pass right on the money.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against New York. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for the Knicks. So he comes up empty, missing both. And it's hard to watch a Minnesota Timberwolves game and not think of the late, great Flip Saunders. Doris, a great coach, as you know, and an even better person. He meant so much to Minnesota, both for what he did for the team on and off the court.
Now, Kevin, it's rare when someone is universally respected, but Flip Saunders was, and he will always be tied to the Timberwolves.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Here's Porzingis, and the Knicks good for 2.
He's doing everything he can to help stretch his lead. He's working hard, converting at a high percentage of them. Nice.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd foul of the half, and that's the risk you take, leaving him out there.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Here's Dunn. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Over in the corner, Lee. And again, New York with the triple.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Levine kicks to Wiggins. Back to Levine. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Levine's got his first points in this one.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Higgins against Anthony. And the rejection by Towns.
A terrific effort by Towns. Sticks with the play and sends it back.
Timeout.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout.
Start it.
And with Wiggins, it's best to be patient with his development, and they have been, to the credit of the Minnesota Timberwolves organization. But Doris, most feel once his three-pointer becomes a consistent weapon, his game is really going to take off.
I think that's exactly right, Kevin, because Wiggins can make threes at a decent clip right now, but even a slight improvement may push him to the point where he's at elite scoring levels. That first step, coupled with a strong 3 game, would make him virtually unguardable. You know, if he continues to work on his shot, you know his deep game will come along soon enough.
And Doris, a lot of people knew that Towns would be good in the NBA, but just how quickly he has established himself as a defensive force is very impressive. You can see how he impacts decisions that opponents are making on the floor around him.
Yeah, I think Towns is always lurking and always aware of what the opposite offense is thinking about, and so he gets a lot of his blocks when the shooter didn't even know Cat was in position to block it. And what's really impressive is how versatile Cat is with who he can match up with and his defense individually in one-on-one situations.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
There's a minute left to play in the first half. passes it to Kuzminskis. That three off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Wiggins. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Well, such work ethic. Towns brutal on the offensive glass.
New York's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And stolen by Wiggins. There's the feed to Towns. 29 seconds left here in the second. Back to Wiggins. Oh, he just jams it right over Kyle O'Quinn. Wow, what a play.
Andrew Wiggins should get a 10 for degree of difficulty. That was beautiful.
Now here's Randall. He dishes it to O'Quinn. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Boy, a really bad collective mental lapse. They are fortunate he missed that.
Back to Wiggins. It's a tie game.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. If you look at the second quarter scoring, they had a small edge. They really hung tough as we got close to halftime. And that's...
The skyline of Midtown Manhattan so beautifully lit up tonight as we welcome you back to New York City. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Karl-Anthony Towns has been sensational.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
Yeah, for the most part, he took only good shots. And given his success, they may want him to be a bit more aggressive in the second half.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, a high-flying pair of Levine and Wiggins at the 2 and the 3. Karl-Anthony Towns is out there with Cole Aldridge, and it's done in at the point. Here's Anthony, and the rejection by Towns. The wide-open look here for Porzingis. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. 14 points for Porzingis.
Boy, you can look back over some of the legends who suited up in a New York Knickerbockers uniform. Walt Frazier, Patrick Ewing, Willis Reed. Names that will certainly live on in the proud history of this organization.
Levine, good.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Randall, here's O'Quinn. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Knicks lead by 3. And the Knicks, regular playoff contenders from the late 60s through the turn of the century. But just 4 playoff appearances, Doris, in the last 15 years. How do they get to being back as a playoff regular?
Well, Kevin, you know, with the new luxury tax and league-wise exposure, big markets don't have the same advantage they once did. In the media capital of New York, it's hard to go young and build from the ground up. But it's getting harder to create a winner any other way.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's Rubio. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Rubio's got his first bucket of the night. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's O'Quinn. New York, no good that time either. Timberwolves have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Rubio, the pass to Muhammad, and the dunk by Muhammad.
Boy, that's the vision and ability to deliver precise passes. Rubio completely on point. I'd say one thing you've got to love about Ricky Rubio is that air of excitement he brings to the floor. You simply never know when he's going to fire off an amazing pass that splits defenders. It's must-see TV when this guy is out in front of the break.
A shot's good from O'Quinn. It's tipped, tries to save it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall for the Knicks. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his second foul of the game. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Here is Caspi, covered by Anthony. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Well, the continued development of Zhang. How about that conversion against pressure?
Outside Rose, dishes it to Carmelo. And the rejection by Zhang. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Outside Anthony. To the inside. Porzingis with the steal. Poked loose and stolen by Zhang. To the middle. Here's Muhammad. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Well, beware how you defend Muhammad now. He has the strength to finish through contact.
One thing you can't help but notice, Doris, with Muhammad is just how strong he is, listed at 6'6", which is a good height for his position. But he can bully everyone else on the wings with his strength.
You know, I think, Kevin, he welcomes the contact. That's perhaps more important than anything. Muhammad is very good at absorbing a hit underneath and continuing on to get a chance at a three-point play. And he looks very much at home under the hoop, even when he has to try to out-muscle opposing big men.
And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. Here's Anthony, the kick out to Rose. Here's Porzingis. New York, no good that time either. Minnesota leading by 4. Pass to Bielitsa. Knocked loose, shoots from the right block. Minnesota calls timeout.
I mean, the first thing you notice about Gorgui Zhang is when he's on the floor, it's his defensive presence. Very long arms to bother shooters, quick movement to stay and track drivers as they come to the rim. Such a force.
New York's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
You know, power and finesse, that is the essence of Carmelo Anthony's offensive brilliance.
And with Zhang's defensive presence, Doris, he'll always find a way onto the floor. Everything else he does is icing on the cake.
Well, it isn't just protecting the rim that Zhang excels at, right? He also has great timing to deny passes and come up with some steals. He's carved out a nice role for himself in the NBA.
Rose attacking and out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Oh, that's one of those mistakes where you really feel embarrassed afterward, just not aware of his position on the court.
Lee with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Pull up Jay. And that's off the glass and in. Lee's got 5 now. Minnesota in the lead. Rubio right side. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here. 16 seconds left here in the third quarter. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
And you can see he thought he had a little more room on that sideline and got squeezed out of bounds. That one could have been avoided.
12 seconds left in the third quarter of the game.
At times, it seems to me, Zhang doesn't get a whole lot of respect from the officials, but drew that foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. The Knicks making a switch here. And he sinks the second. 11 seconds left in the third. Here's Anthony. The kick out to Holiday. Anthony up on top. 1 second left. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over.
These are your Nick City dancers. Go on, hands it up.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Timberwolves leading by 3. Melo and Porzingis, the 2 stars at the forward spots. Lee out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Noah in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Rubio dishes to Jang. Poke loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jang. New York's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And Gorgie Jang is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Tyus Jones, he's checked in for Ricky Rubio. New York calls timeout.
Tyus Jones.
And the results for Minnesota haven't come just yet during their rebuild, but Doris, they have plenty of things to cheer for. This is one of the most dynamic and exciting offenses to watch in the league.
Oh, Kevin, there's no doubt. Up and down the roster, the Wolves have players that are always a threat to make a top 10 play. Wiggins and Levine, both some of the best dunkers in the league. Cat can do things most players his size only dream about.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek said to his team. He told his team to keep looking for those perimeter shots. He said their defense is not respecting us, so let's keep shooting until they come out on us, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter, and the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Minnesota making a switch here. Rubio's checked in. Inside. Here's Dang, and finished off by Jang.
This is one of the purest point guards to come around in quite some time. He is, Rubio, the ultimate distributor.
Anthony up on top. Over in the corner, Porzingis. That doesn't go either for Porzingis. Timberwolves leading by 5. And Muhammad kicks to Bielitz. Misses from close range.
Great possession with an even better shot. Disappointing it doesn't go.
Rubio in the corner. And Caspi has it in the corner. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
And New York making a change here. Noah's checked in. And there's the goal on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Noah. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 4 assists now tonight. Higgins outside. To the inside. Towns, the dunk, and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That's on Joakim Noah, and that one misses.
Well, you just love the way Cat carries himself. I'll say this, he knows what work is.
Anthony, the pass to Noah, and finished off by Noah.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Yeah, quite an explosion of scoring here late. Both teams feeling very comfortable in their offensive sets, carrying out their game plans just as they drew them up.
Here's Wiggins. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
I'll tell you, solid low post passing made all the difference on that last possession.
Screen by Porzingis. Rose kicks to Porzingis. And there's the goal on Karl Anthony Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Here's Porzingis. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Porzingis has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, one thing we know, Porzingis is fearless. He had no hesitation on what was a huge basket for them.
Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Rose dishes to Noah, and there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. And that'll be his third foul so far. .146 left to play here in the fourth. From the arc. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
And that's an aggressive play to try to get the rebound. Just a little too aggressive.
Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Noah. Dunn kicks to Levine. And Levine throws it down.
This is where Levine is most intimidating, at the rim.
Knicks trail by 8. Here's Rose. Feeds it to O'Quinn. Out to Lee. Takes a 3. But they recover it. New York moving the ball around. It's deflected. And stolen by Dunn. 1:16 left in the fourth. At the top of the key, Towns. Kick out to Levine. 5 to shoot. It's deflected. Lee with the steal. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Lee's running. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Oh, that's a good strong finish. Porzingis not shying away from getting in there and getting after it.
Dunn with it, working on O'Quinn. Here's Towns. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
This is as close to a done deal as you can get.
Here's Rose. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
And Derrick Rose, the former #1 overall pick in 2008, one of the most athletically gifted point guards the league has ever seen. This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Listen, if you want to succeed, respect the moment, play with a purpose. That's what they did.
And O'Quinn slams it in.
And guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
So much tenacity. Really tries to outwork everyone around him.
And this is going to be a fantastic result for them. No win on the road comes easy.
No, exactly. A W is a W, but when you do it as a visitor, the accomplishment just seems that much more satisfying.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. This was a